Media. As it turns out, that particular video with that particular topic has ended up being one of my best performing videos in recent history.
Hi, my name is Ronnie Cruz. After almost 2 decades as a career network marketer, I realized that despite continual work on my personal and professional development, that I had hit a massive brick wall. So I took a deep and honest look at myself, top to bottom, hoping to find answers, and my search led me to one conclusion. The definitions I held of my business, of my world, of my life were the very things holding me back. If I wanted to change, if I wanted to grow beyond my current circumstances, I had to wipe the slate clean and redefine. This show is dedicated to helping you identify the belief systems, the mindsets, the very definitions that have held you back, and then help you break through those limitations to finally create the life you've been working so hard to achieve. Welcome to the Redefine Podcast.
All right, happy Tuesday and happy podcast day to you. Welcome to the show if you are brand new. And of course, if you are an existing listener and or viewer, welcome back. Thanks for tuning in. Today, I am going to piggyback on last week's episode from Thursday, where I talked about my YouTube channel. And despite the fact that it's been around forever, and despite the fact that I have been posting consistently, especially in the last handful of years, and despite the fact that I have like 500 videos on there, that it's doing actually pretty poorly, right? The metrics on my YouTube is pretty low, and considering all those factors, and I explain why that is, or why I haven't put more attention to my YouTube, but I wanted to piggyback on that because, as it turns out, that particular video with that particular topic has ended up being one of my best performing videos in recent history. It's gotten like 150 to almost 200 views at this point, which is a lot for me. It's gotten a lot of likes and it's gotten a lot of comments on there. Very actually helpful comments. A lot of people had given me suggestions on help what I need to do with my SEO and discoverability and things like that, and that I'm grateful for that. But I've also got a lot of compliments on the substance of my content, which is really nice to hear always. But also, I got a lot of compliments on the quality, production quality of the content. How the video was really nice, how the audio quality, people were really impressed with the audio quality. So I wanted to talk about my process. So really just kind of point out to you how simple it is to get good quality production value from any content that you might be uploading. In particular, I want to share with you today my podcasting process. Now, the first thing is the production value, right? The gear. One of the comments, which I found hilarious because it's true, one of the comments from that video last week was that somebody had noticed my laptop sitting on my desk in the video, and the comment that they left was like, "Holy moly!" Of course, I'm paraphrasing, but holy shit, that laptop is old AF. And yeah, they're absolutely right. My laptop is old AF. It's a MacBook Air from like 2013 or 2014. So it's been a while. I've had no need to replace it. It still serves the purposes for what I need it for, and it still works perfectly well. So yeah, I mean, like for me, I'm practical in that way that I'm not going to replace something that still does what I need it to do. So this first part of the conversation in talking about podcasting is, or really any content creation, is use what you have. We can get tricked into believing that we need, the latest gear, the latest microphone, the latest camera to get the best quality. And the truth of the matter is you don't. I've always felt that there is a certain level of gatekeeping, especially in the podcasting world, that that you need a professional mic, that you need recording, fancy recording software and fancy gear and all this stuff. And I'm telling you, you really don't. Like I said, I have my ancient laptop. I record the video and the audio on my iPhone. It's an iPhone 14. Even my iPhone, is a couple of years old. I only replace it when it can't handle the software updates anymore. So I'm at iPhone 14 right now. And then as far as the microphone, all I'm using, if you look at the video version of this, all I'm using is wired earbuds. I don't do Bluetooth. It's just a personal preference. So if you have Bluetooth, that's fine too. But basically any relatively up-to-date phone, smartphone or smart device, and any kind of microphone that comes with it, like a headset or earbuds, that's all you need to record your content, right? And then what I do with that is I go from there to taking the video, uploading it to my computer, which is the next step. I take the video into GarageBand, and you can use, any similar type of recording software or app, but I use GarageBand because it comes with Apple. And then I extract the audio from that, and I tweak it. I tweak the levels in the equalizer. And if you don't know how to do that, you can just do a simple Google search. Basic, or how do I make my audio sound good for podcasting? I mean, and you'll come up with tons of different suggestions for basic tweaks in the equalizer. And over time, you'll get to kind of understand your preferences in how you want to sound and use all that. But to start off with, you find basic guide and you can follow it, and you can really create some high quality audio. And that's exactly what I do. Again, I tweak the audio track from the original video, and I make it richer, I make it fuller, and then I attach it back to the video, and it sounds amazing. Once that's done, I will export both the audio and the video from back to my phone, and I'll upload it to my hosting platform, which I use Buzzsprout for my podcast. There are free versions of Buzzsprout. There are also free versions of other podcast hosting platforms out there. I choose to pay for mine because with Buzzsprout, at least, my understanding is that there is a free version, but it only allows you X amount of episodes to be out on the feed at a time. I don't know what the number is. Let's just say it's 20. If you're on the free and you've uploaded 20 episodes, and you go next week to upload, your episode number 21, what it's going to do is, because it's free, is it will remove your episode 1. So I like to have all of my episodes up on the feed, so that there's an archive that you guys can go back. I mean, this is 311, I think, as far as the number of episodes. So it's all up there. It's all up there on the feed, and you'll always have access to. That would be the only thing that I would say would be worth the investment, right? Would be worth paying for. Everything else, as I've mentioned, is really, just use what you got. And I say this because there is a statistic out there, and it's a credible statistic, that only a very, very small percentage of podcasts make it past like 10 episodes or something like that. So I would hate for you to, invest hundreds, if not thousands of dollars on gear to make you sound nice, gear to make you look nice on the video, lighting, recording equipment, new computer, recording software, all this stuff that you could really potentially spend a mint on, and then end up finding out that, hey, podcasting is not for me. Right, and then all that money is out the window. When really you can record a high quality, high production quality content with stuff that you already have. Again, use whatever phone you have, use whatever speaking device and headset that you already have that probably came with the phone, and use whatever laptop you have or whatever computer you have to tweak the audio. And again, you can do much of this stuff largely for free, or again, stuff that you already have. So that's really my process. Really simple. For those of you who have seen past episodes, I do have a professional recording mic and some other recording gear that I use when I'm at home, but I only have that because I had it from when I was recording music in the past as a musician, in a past life, right? In a past life. I didn't purchase those things for the podcast themselves. They were already sitting around being unused. So when I'm at home, I use them. But, I'm not home now, and I get still a perfectly high quality, good production value out of what I have, minimally. Right. So don't overcomplicate things. It doesn't take much. Everything else really is up to you in terms of the substance of the content. All right, and your desire to keep persevering and consistently posting, regardless of whatever metrics you aren't hitting. Podcasting is a little bit of a slog, and you need to get past 10, 20 episodes to get into the habit of doing it. And you need to get past, like, honestly, like 50 to 100 to start getting good at it. So invest more in developing your voice, invest more in developing your substance and what you're going to talk about and your niche and all that stuff, more than you invest in the gear, right? Because that can be adjusted as you go, and as hopefully I've communicated in this episode, you don't need much. So that's going to do it for today. Thanks for tuning in. Of course, a fresh one from me on Thursday. So until then, be well, be safe. We'll see you in the next episode.